Stunning news that we just learned moments ago, as just reported at the press conference, that the alleged killer, the shooter, the man who walked in and gunned down 12, is still alive. He's in custody. The press conference says it's a single shooter. We have no idea, though, whether anyone aided or abetted. We're going to continue to follow this story throughout the night, and so stay here with Fox News. Now, retired Colonel Terry Lee worked with the accused gunman at Fort Hood. He spoke with our Shepard Smith earlier.
You are retired now, and that you worked with him at the psych ward at Fort Hood. Our bookers have quoted you as saying that he was making what you termed outlandish comments condemning our foreign policy, and even once claimed that Muslims had a right to rise up and attack Americans in Iraq and Afghanistan. Could you elaborate for us?
Well, there was a time we were at a conference.
When was this?
And this was roughly about 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
And he made several comments about how, first of all, we shouldn't be over there. And I told the major, I said, you need to lock it up, Major. This ain't the time for your views to be known to public individuals, because there was several news people that was there at the conference. And he kept
What did he say precisely?
He said precisely that maybe the Muslims should stand up and fight against the aggressor. And at first, we thought he was talking about how, Muslims should stand up and help the armed forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. But apparently that wasn't the case, because there was other times he would make comments to other individuals about how we shouldn't be in the war in the first place. And there was a specific time when there was a shooting at Little Rock.
At the recruitment center there, it's my belief.
Correct. And there were some comments made about it that he was almost sort of happy about it. And there was a couple other officers that were in the room and made the comment to him and said, well, how can you make that statement? And Nidal kept on making the comments, well, maybe we should get out, and this is what Muslims should do. They should stand up to the aggressor. Now,
it's my understanding from previous conversations with you through our Fox News employees that some of the physicians in the unit were discussing the incident and expressed disgust, and I'm quoting here, for the ragheads who might attack the military here in the United States. This was apparently said to Major Hasan, who it's my understanding is a convert to Islam. Is that right?
That's what I believe so. I believe...
and he got it... I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt. Go ahead, Colonel.
But he made those comments, and he stuck strongly to his faith. But, as soldiers, we have a duty to, follow orders from our commander-in-chief, and, political views are set aside. But he was, after the shooting in Little Rock, he was almost outstandingly upset about, the way this man was treated in Little Rock. And he says maybe we should have more of these where people should strap bombs on themselves and go into Times Square. And that was from a third source, so I can't confirm that.
All right. Now you say that Hasan himself, again, we're on the line now with retired Colonel Terry Lee, who worked with the man on the right-hand side of your screen at Fort Hood. The man on the right-hand side of your screen is the one who is said by the military to have shot and killed 12 people at Fort Hood in Texas today and left 31 others injured. You have told our staff that Hasan seemed to believe, had feelings about President Obama and his election. Could you tell us about that?
Well, that was the comments that he made a couple of times in the conference room, and also one time outside the facility, that he was hoping that President Obama would start pulling troops out and things would settle down. And when things weren't going that way, he became more agitated and more frustrated with the conflicts over there. And he was just, he made his views well known about how he felt about how, the U.S. involvement in Iraq and Afghanistan.
And this is something that was investigated by the military, it's my understanding.
Well, that's what I was told, but when I retired, I left there and I didn't hear anything more about it. I was told that there was an investigation, but I couldn't tell you any further more than what they said. It was a he said, she said routine.